BitBoy Crypto just revealed this huge news about Ripple XRP. We'll find out soon if Hinman's documents will be made public. However, the community may be disappointed because they may not be so important and interesting. Welcome to the Finance Up channel. Please watch this video to the end, like it, and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the release of new videos. Also in this video, we will show the lucky winner of giveaway free 500 XRP, and maybe it will be you. So watch the video carefully until the end. Stuart Alderoty, General Counsel at Ripple, recently highlighted the part played by the USC in the recent crypto contagion triggered by the FTX implosion. According to him, Congress should examine the financial regulators' policies that might have contributed to the contagion. Alderoty believes some of these policies were beyond the SEC's jurisdiction. He made these remarks in a recent article published on Fortune magazine. Alderoty noted that the SEC is repeatedly going beyond its jurisdiction, and Congress has the responsibility to ensure that it keeps the regulator in proper check, especially after the FTX and BlockFi fiasco. I laid out a few thoughts today in Fortune magazine on the need for congressional oversight of the SEC after the recent collapses of BlockFi and FTX. He asserted that the SEC is one of the major reasons why BlockFi got entangled with FSIN, consequently collapsed with the bankrupt crypto exchange. BlockFi had to look to FTX to support its financial stand in an attempt to meet the $100 in settlement demanded by the SEC following the charges brought on the crypto lender. Alderoty had made similar claims last November. Due to its resulting relationship with FTX, BlockFi filed for bankruptcy 2 weeks after X, citing its exposure to the exchange as the major trigger of its liquidity crisis. The crypto lender's collapse has resulted in losses in consumers' funds and over $1 owed to creditors, with a $30 imbalance yet to be paid to the SEC in the settlement. Alderoty mentioned that the SEC does not have the right to enact new laws for itself, and it does not possess as much power over the crypto industry as it claims to have. He then highlighted that it is Congress's duty to oversee the SEC and make sure the watchdog is kept in check, according to the Legislative Reorganization Act of 1946. The California-based lawyer pointed out the fact that the SEC's policies in the crypto scene have been frowned upon by several pundits and consumers within the space, asserting that the agency has more interest in exercising its power than adhering to sound policy. Ripple chief Brad Garlinghouse agreed with these claims, highlighting them on his Twitter handle. I know some may forget this fact from time to time, but Alderoty so eloquently said the SEC can only exercise the authority expressly granted to it by Congress. Check out more in Stu's op-ed below. Notably, U.S. lawmakers have begun questioning the SEC over its policies in the crypto industry following the FTX collapse. Alderoty noted that he hopes Congress provides more clarity for the crypto industry this year so as to avoid more regulation. Enforcement moves from the SEC. This further mirrors Garlinghouse's previous remarks on the matter. Attorney John Deaton has asserted that there will be no settlement in the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission case against Ripple till after Judge Ana Elisa Torres gives her summary judgment decision. The friend of the court in the over 2-year-long legal battle said this in a tweet yesterday as part of his predictions for 2023. 2020. 3 predictions. 1. The Thorpe case does not settle until after we get a decision from Judge. 2. In exchange, maybe more than one is sued for selling unregistered securities. 3. Investigation in the Spram meetings uncovers bad. 4. Gensler resigns before the U. Elaborating on his prediction. Deaton explains that both parties could enter an out-of-court settlement after the court ruling to stay a potential jury trial and potential jury trial and potential. Some people are confused about my prediction that the Ripple case doesn't settle until after Judge Torres renders a decision. A settlement could occur after, which would eliminate any potential jury trial and also eliminate any potential appeal. The prediction supports Deaton's previous stance where he argued that the case would make it to a court ruling as opposed to most XRP holders in a poll he conducted who believed the settlement was likely before summaring. At the time, the lawyer expressed that he no longer expected the SEC to seek a settlement to keep the Hinman documents private, according to Deaton. Despite recent efforts by the SEC and omnibus motions to keep the Hinman documents sealed, he believes that the SEC, which already agreed to a court order to hand them over to Ripple, is ready to risk the documents going. In addition, the crypto law founder believes that the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, is willing to gamble on an unfavorable SEC outcome. Furthermore, he added that the regulators had received a confidence boost with the win against El Bri and the facts collapsed. Notably, Deaton believes that the ruling in the SEC case against Ripple will be the only clarity the emerging markets get until the next bit. He said this in light of the negative sentiment toward crypto and Congress and the House's polarized nature that makes it less likely to pass many bills. Consequently, the crypto community is hoping for a court ruling in favor of the blockchain enterprise company as it sees a bloodbath in the event of a Ripple law. According to Fox Business's Charles Gasparino, notably the senior correspondent, believes that the SEC could force all crypto except Bitcoin to register his security. In July 2022, Deaton predicted that SEC is going to sue any U.S. exchange by the end of the year, which today came true after SEC charges Gemini for the sale of unregistered securities from July 20, 2022 on Fox Business. John Deaton known predicted what happened today. The SEC recently filed lawsuits against Genesis Trading and Gemini for allegedly engaging in the sale of unregistered securities. Gemini's Cameron Winklevoss has described the lawsuit as counterproductive as the crypto exchange is locked in a battle with Genesis to recover the funds of its earned program. Customers who have been unable to withdraw their assets on the crypto exchange for over 2 months. Notably, as part of its earned program, it loaned customer funds to Genesis to earn yield. However, Genesis, faced with a liquidity crunch, has paused operations. Hyman's infamous documents and emails related to his speech were one of the most discussed topics in the lengthy U.S. SEC lawsuit against Ripple. After the court repeatedly ordered the SEC to hand over the documents, and this finally happened, the commission does not want to make them public. Lawyer Jeremy Hogan said that the XRP community will soon learn about the court's decision. Will the SEC court force Hyman's emails to be published? We should find out very soon. Recall that the SEC, in its consolidated petitions filed on December 22 last year, asked the court not to allow the publication of disputed documents. The regulator claims that they have nothing to do with the court's decision in the simplified procedure. In addition, the SEC repeated the claim that they are protected by attorney-client privilege and that their disclosure will affect the openness of future discussions of SEC policy. In Ripple's response yesterday, the response stated that it relied on Hyman's documents in its petitions for a summary judgment, hence arguing that they could be taken into account in the summary judgment. Although the company acknowledges that Judge Torres previously stated that they may not be related to the court, this was before the court had access to the documents and the opportunity to learn Ripple's opinion about them. In addition, Ripple claims that the documents are court documents, even if they are not taken into account in the court's summary judgment, and therefore should not be sealed except for the most compelling reason. Ripple claims that the SEC failed to fulfill this condition in its move. In addition, the defendants note that historically courts have rejected requests for secrecy after ruling that attorney-client privilege does not protect documents. In response to questions about when the community can expect Judge Torres to make a decision on the fate of the disputed documents, Hogan noted that so far, the judge has been quick to make decisions on the secrecy of petitions. The lawyer meant a time window of a week or two depending on the priority. The judge has so far been very quick to rule on sealing petitions, I think within a week or two, and at least once, even faster. It should be noted that Hyman's documents relate to emails and other communications from the USC, Securities and Exchange Commission related to the draft of Bill Hyman's controversial speech in 2018. The then SEC Director of Corporate Finance publicly stated that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities. Since Ethereum also had an initial coin sale, Ripple's lawyers decided to understand why the SEC treats XRP differently. However, the SEC strongly resisted these efforts, arousing great public curiosity about its content. Recently, lawyer John Deaton suggested that Hyman's documents were not the irrefutable proof that the XRP community considered them, citing Ripple's rare references to them in its materials. He suggests that although the documents may speak of the SEC's malicious intent, it is now likely that XRP was not mentioned, unlike previous suspicions. However, community members are still interested in the content of these emails and believe they have the right to see them. You can see the current price of XRP on your screens with a daily trading volume of $648,452,340. Used XRP has declined by 3.2 in the last 24 hours. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you liked it, then don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the release of new videos.